Hi, I'm Mathilde. I'm 20. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a lesbian. I'm doing a Bachelor of Arts at the moment, majoring in gender, diversity, and sexuality studies. And I never know if I say those three words in the right order or not, but I just, take a guess. I'm in my third year, and in my spare time, I like to read and listen to podcasts, which sounds very nerdy, but I guess there's no other way to say it to make it sound less nerdy. But yeah.
So how did you find yourself part of the queer department at Trobe?
Well, I definitely, there were other queer people in my high school, but we didn't really, get together. I was very isolated and alone. So that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to go to university in the first place, was to meet other queer people and to, interact with people who weren't straight and cis was the goal. And so I knew straight from the bat that I was going to try and get involved in stuff. And at La Trobe, we have something called Queer Chat, which is a support group, but it's really informal and chill. It can get deep, but it's not strictly deep, And that's every Wednesday. So I went along to that, and then just through that met people and, made friends. And now we have so many queer events this year. And, you just show up to those and you see people from other queer events, or you meet new people, and it's really great.
That's awesome. So the social calendar's filling up then.
Yeah, it's super full.
That's amazing. And so it's a little networking thing for you guys.
Yeah.
Outside of, the seriousness of class and getting a degree and all that sort of stuff. How did you find it when you first went there?
Oh my God, I was so nervous. I was kind of out, but not really. I didn't even want to say that I was gay or anything. But I was showed up and I was super quiet and didn't talk to anyone the first couple times I went to events. But then after seeing the same faces more than once, you do get more confident, and now I just take over the events and talk all the time.
That's amazing. I love that. So how do you think you found that? How did you find the confidence? Was it through obviously going to these events and stuff, but was there other things at La Trobe that sort of were instrumental in you feeling comfortable enough to be yourself?
Yeah, I definitely think, like I said before, I'm majoring in gender studies. So, most of the people in that degree are queer. So just, having that and knowing that people are like you, and if they're not, they're going to be accepting, because you're not going to do gender studies if you're, alt-right or something. So just having that freedom really builds up your confidence to be able to talk about personal experience and just be this is me and I'm here.
And all queer.
Yes, exactly.
You obviously now you feel comfortable within yourself, but do you also feel comfortable being at uni and being able to express your gender and sexual identities?
Yeah, definitely. La Trobe is super accepting. I mean, there's a few not great people, but they're so low that you're just I feel so safe at uni. Just being there and being myself. It's such a lovely experience, especially compared to high school where I didn't feel like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that university for a lot of us is that place where you find yourself and you discover. But I think there's a difference between still being able to find yourself but not feeling comfortable while you're at school, and then actually combining everything and being able to just express yourself and, wave your pride flag 24/7.
Yes, definitely.
That's really awesome. So you've obviously utilised the queer department, but is there any other services that you use or that you've heard about? So the queer counselling or the gender, sexuality and diversity studies, you obviously do that. And there's the Pride Festival. Are you across all of this stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. I've never used the queer counsellor personally, but I have friends who have, and they all have had a great experience. So I guess they're there if I ever need them. But yeah, the gender studies department is super good. We have a really cool Facebook page where we just post people post songs and articles and all this really great stuff. It's a really good resource, and I'm really excited for the Pride Festival this year. There's always free stuff, which is really exciting. Gonna get another La Trobe drink bottle, but it's always just nice, and they always have them the pride flag is flown with the other Australian flag. And that's really nice.
Oh,
it makes
that's
me happy.
So wholesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And do people get involved that aren't part of the queer community as well?
I think so. Everyone seems pretty excited when stuff is happening on campus in general. But yeah, I see a lot of people stopping by the stalls and seeing what's going on when Pride's on. So
yeah, cool. It's a really awesome way to sort of get the word out there to people that maybe are not familiar with, gender diversity or sexual identities and stuff like that. Do you feel supported as a young queer person at La Trobe?
Yes, definitely. That's a boring answer. I think it'd be more interesting. I was here's the tea. But no, La Trobe is super good and super supportive, and I definitely feel able to be myself when I'm there.
That's awesome. And how can people sort of find out about more of the services and about you guys? How can they
that's a good question.
Contact you or find you, maybe the queer chats?
Yeah, there's the La Trobe department Facebook page, which I think is called as La Trobe Queer Department, or some combination of those words, which has all the events and all the different stuff on it, which is really good, and that's regularly updated. So I guess that's the best way.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Mathilde.
Thank you for having me.
Joy Podcasts, where you want them, when you want them.